In this video, we're going to be talking about the difference between handshapes, classifiers, and their relationship. In a world where communication is key, everyone deserves the opportunity to express themselves. At Sign Tribe Academy, we believe that American Sign Language is more than just a language. It's a bridge to understanding, connecting, and empowerment. Our sign language and disability support courses were developed with one mission in mind: to teach American Sign Language to support communication strategies for autistic and disabled individuals. With over 1,000 videos, including easy-to-follow courses, interactive lessons, conversational skills, live Zoom workshops, and a supportive community, Sign Tribe Academy provides the strategies and resources needed to unlock the potential of our students. Whether you or your child are just beginning the ASL learning journey or looking to expand your ASL vocabulary, Sign Tribe Academy has something for everyone. Unlock the power of communication with Sign Tribe Academy. Join us today and let's create a world where everyone can be seen, heard, and understood. Sign Tribe Academy, where communication begins. In American Sign Language, or ASL, handshapes and classifiers are fundamental components that contribute to the richness and clarity of the language. Understanding these concepts is crucial for effective communication and can greatly enhance one's signing proficiency. Handshapes are the specific configurations of the fingers and hands used to form individual signs. All signs have a handshape, and each sign in ASL typically involves a distinct handshape. There are numerous handshapes in ASL, each of which can change the meaning of a sign. Handshapes are literally the shape in which we form our hand during the production of a sign. For example, the handshape for the sign X, the letter X, is different from the sign for the letter A. And even slight variations in handshape can lead to entirely different signs. Let's take a look at some examples for the handshape X. Using the handshape X, we can sign the word need if we bounce it up and down a couple of times. Need. But if we make a swift motion like this, one time, must. That is a sign for must. So there are differences with my facial expressions, but also with the number of times I go up and down with the letter X, need, and then must. So those slight differences make a difference with the word that I'm signing. With the letter A and then the thumb sticking out just a little bit, we can sign the word yesterday. But with that same hand shape with the A and the thumb out a little bit with both hands like that, and then I put my hands together with the knuckles touching, game, game. Yesterday, game. So those are the slight differences between the hand shapes, how they're positioned, and the meanings of the signs. Mastery of various hand shapes is essential for accurate and effective signing, and I do suggest mastering the ASL alphabet and the basic numbers 1 through 10 to support your learning process. Now that we've discussed hand shapes, let's talk a little bit about classifiers. Classifiers are specific hand shapes used in ASL to represent objects, people, and their movements or spatial relationships. Classifiers allow signers to convey detailed information about the size, shape, location, and number and movement in visual manner. For example, the hand shape C we can use when we sign drink, like drinking out of a cup. Usually the hand shape C, when used as a classifier, will describe things that are cylindrical in shape, while a hand shape 2, or V, pointed this way can represent a person standing or walking. So the classifier 2 typically will refer to people, like what they are doing, standing, walking. Classifiers are signs that use hand shapes which are associated with specific categories or classes, such as size, shape, usage, or meaning. Over time, certain hand shapes have been used so often to show certain sizes, shapes, usages, or meanings that when you hold up or use one of those hand shapes, people who know the language automatically associate the hand shape with a particular category or class of things, such as objects, people, animals, maybe sizes, shapes, amounts, and usage. The commonly recognized hand shapes that are typically used to show different classes of things, shapes, and sizes are called classifiers. The movement and placement of a classifier hand shape can be used to convey information about an object or person's movement, type, size, shape, location, or extent, and help to clarify your message, highlight specific details, and provide an efficient way of conveying information. Let's take a look at some examples of how we can use classifiers. Describing the size and shape of an object. So for example, if we use the classifier 1, so this is the number 1, but here we're using it as CL or classifier CL classifier 1. And so if I use that, I can draw a shape, rectangle, circle, triangle. I can use that to represent shapes. Now, if I do just a small circle, then you know that that means that is a small circle. Big circle. When using classifiers to represent the object itself, an example could be to use the classifier CL, claw. So that's going to be a 5 hand shape with your fingers bent like this. Now, I can describe the location of a house. So I'm talking about the house. House. Okay. So the house is right there. It's established there. That's going to be showing the location. I'm representing the house because I said house first and then did this. You could also do house and point, but typically with ASL, and we communicate, it's a more fluid house. So now this becomes the representation for the house. We can also demonstrate how an object moves. So for example, if we make the number 3, this classifier CL3 is used for motor vehicles, okay, or things that are moving on wheels. Now, if I do this with as if car, so I've established that this is a car right here, okay? Now, if I do this, that means the car is driving around recklessly, right? Now, if I did car is just moving along. So you see the difference between the and in describing how an object is moving, or in this case, the car. Using hand shapes and classifiers effectively does require practice and a deeper understanding of their contextual meanings. In addition to mastering the basic forms, signers need to develop a sense of how these elements interact with movement, space, and facial expressions to convey messages. Hand shapes and classifiers exemplify the visual and spatial nature of ASL, making it a uniquely expressive language. Through the skillful use of hand shapes